I challenged myself to learn the 12 principles of animation in 12 days, and now I'm going to be handing off that challenge to you. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what the challenge is, what you need to do, and how you can get some amazing benefits from doing this challenge, both from your skill level and also in terms of SketchTube. So if you don't know who I am, hello there, let me introduce myself. I'm Helena and I'm the creator of SketchTube, which is a social media network for animators that's coming out in fall. So basically it's just for animators to post animations. So 2D, 3D, whatever, but animations. So think about like an OG Flipnote Hatena, but coming back to in 2025. And if you complete the 12 days of animation challenge and post the animations resulting from that challenge on whatever social media that you choose with the hashtag 12DOA, you are going to be invited to the SketchTube early access public launch, because SketchTube is going to be public on an invite-only basis in the first few months of its launch, because I don't want everyone to go on the platform all at once. There's only going to be selected animators that I know are dedicated to the platform that are going to be allowed in September into SketchTube. So if you want to have access to SketchTube, the social media for animators that I'm currently developing, make sure to continue this challenge. Also, it's super great to develop a habit out of animating every day and also to sharpen your abilities. So win-win for everyone. It's currently end of July 2025 as I'm filming this video, and this video challenge availability is going to be throughout August. So if you do this challenge anytime throughout August, it's going to be valid. So what are the 12 principles of animation? The 12 principles of animation were decided by two really prestigious Disney animators, Ollie Johnson and Frank Thomas, in their 1981 book, The Illusion of Life, Disney Animation. So it's basically the 12 big ideas that you can use going forward with animation to create realistic, but not only just realistic, but also fun and engaging animations. And I'm coming from a background of static art, drawing. I do a lot of drawing, but animation is still something that I'm pretty new at. So learning these 12 principles was like, okay, obviously I've got to do that if I want to be able to call myself an animator. So every day for the past 12 days, I looked at tutorials both on Alan Becker tutorials as well as the Tip Tut video series. And I'm going to be putting inserts from those videos on screen as well as in the description, because those are the ones that I drew all of my examples from, as well as Pinterest. So overall, this challenge was a lot harder to be consistent than I expected, because I had so much motivation at the beginning to do it. And then I realized how much time animating takes. I mean, I already knew that, but just feeling it in practice, it's like it takes time, because you do something and then you rewatch it and you're like, that's not good. I want to do it again. But throughout the 12 days, I kind of realized that this is supposed to be a fast challenge, something that you can do quickly without thinking too much about. So a lot of the times you see that I make pretty strong mistakes and I don't fix them. I'm just like, I just got to move on to the next day. And that's what this habit is of building, because finished is better than perfect, really. Making sure that you're just doing something for those 12 days. Every single day you're learning something new. A lot of the 12 principles focus around object moving, but a lot of it also focus on proportions, and then also the way that other objects are affected by one primary object moving, and the direction that an object moves in, as well as the speed and also just general aestheticism of an object. So it kind of covers all of the bases. You can see that I used a pixel animation art style when I did this challenge, because I loved Flipnote Hatena growing up. I made so many videos about this and I've talked about this a lot. So not only do I just love the aesthetic of pixel animation, but also the thing that I really loved about animating on the Nintendo DSi was the simplicity of it. There was no complex like layers or colors. You really just had that pencil and you didn't really have a sketch layer. You just had go for it right away. And that kind of moving forward and just taking action is really what I needed to complete this animation challenge, because otherwise I would have just been stuck in the perfectionism of it. Every single day I posted my animation to SketchTube, and I was so happy to do that, because it really felt like I was actually getting a taste for how the platform works. When you post on SketchTube, you can post your animations with tags. So I would post every single day with the 12 days of animation tag, and then I also would post with whatever day that was. So when you guys get onto SketchTube yourself in the fall, you're going to be able to do that as well. You can reuse these posts whenever you want to post on SketchTube, even if you've never animated before. It's your first time trying it out. I learned so much through every day of the challenge. Like for example, in the pose to pose one, I learned that you can't just animate straight forward all the time, which is what I've always been doing. I just do one frame and then the other frame and then the other frame. Pose to pose is basically introducing the concept that you outline where you want things to be and then you fill in the stuff in between, which was like mind-blowing. I didn't know that. Another principle that I really loved was timing, which outlined how if you draw a bunch of frames really close together where the object is moving really small distances, that's going to make it look slower. I didn't even think about that. Like if you space out the ones, that makes it look faster because there's just less in between frames. So like things like that, which are intuitive when you see them visually, but to have them explained to you really made a difference. One of the ones that I found to be more ambiguous was the appeal one, which is basically how aesthetic is something. And the video on Alan Becker Tutorials explains it well. It talks about proportion and how to look at how an object's exaggerated features outlines what it is and tells you what is the key features of that object or character. But just in general, some of the principles are a little vague. So really look at the tutorials because I find that they help explain with concrete examples. Some of the days I was a little bit lazy, like with day 11 with solid drawing. Basically the idea for solid drawing is like you take the shape of objects and make sure that the 3D shape is visible in the 2D. And I just drew a cat's head looking around in a circle because it was a sphere. But at least I did that day and I learned something from it. So even if you just do something small, it's better than not doing anything at all. Some of the days really did not turn out how I expected. Like day 2, I had such a great idea to do anticipation where the character anticipates eating their ice cream. And I was so excited about the concept for it. But then in the end, it didn't really look as obvious as I wanted it to, but that's okay. I mean, I learned, I tried it out, and now I know, if I do it again, I know what to fix or to change. And I learned that principle. I really loved the principle of day 7 arcs as well, because that outlines that basically everything you do is an arc. Like if I move my hand here, it's an arc, or if I take my coffee here, it's an arc. Like a lot of things that we do are not just in straight lines like robotics, like we're dynamic creatures that move in like waves, and I like that one. So overall, the challenge was very fun. It was difficult to stay consistent every single day, but once I did it, I was so proud of myself because I could say that I learned the 12 principles of animation. So again, don't forget to post on either, you can do all of the posts in one if it'll allow you to do a carousel with that many, or if you want to just do a reel or a short form or whatever with the hashtag 12DOA, Days of Animation. And then I'm going to be able to see which accounts did the actual 12 days, all of the 12 days. I'm going to add you onto the list of people I will invite onto SketchTube in September. And if you want to confirm that you will be on that list, make sure to go into our Discord server and post your animations into the channel for the 12 days of animation as well. And I'll see it there more easily and you can ping me there as well. So I hope that this video is inspiring you to learn the 12 principles of animations to really improve your consistency with animation and your skills with animation, and that it's getting you excited to start posting on SketchTube really soon. I really can't wait to share it with you guys. It's already pretty much almost there and it's shaping out to be something really magical, and the final little dust that it needs is all of you in it. So I want to have the most consistent animators, the most dedicated animators take on this challenge, do the 12 days of animation challenge. If you miss a day, that's fine. You can make up for it the following day or do them however you want, just as long as you do all 12 principles. That's what counts. I believe in you. I know you've got this. Let's make a better future for animation together in our little corner of the internet. And I'll see you guys next week for the next video. Bye.